Okay. So friends, I am Dr. Heena from Vishwa Medical Coaching, and for Olympiad grade 7, our today's topic is ratio and proportion. Okay. So previously we had learned about the fraction. Now see, there can be a little bit confusion in between fraction and ratio proportion, because small difference is here. Now see, if I have something which is whole, and I equally divide that whole. Okay. So suppose I had a circle, I divided it into 4 equal parts, and if I had shaded 2 parts out of which, then it is known as fraction. Okay. Means some part out of the equal division of the whole. Okay. But ratio is the different concept. Now see, I have 10 rupees. Okay. And I have 2 kids. I gave 4 rupees to one of my kid, and I gave 6 rupees to one of my kid. So what is the ratio, or what is the comparison, or what is the relation in between the money they receive? Is 4/6. So 2:3 is known as ratio. So basically the definition of ratio is comparison in between two things with same, uh, you can say, quantities of same kind. Okay. If two or more quantities possess the same kind of quantities, and if we compare in between the two quantities, then it is known as ratio. If more than two quantities, if we compare, then it is known as proportion. Now in the ratio, first term is known as antecedent, and second term is known as consequent. Okay. If suppose A upon B is equal to C upon D is equal to E upon F, means each ratio is equal, then we can add them, their antecedent and their consequent, then the ratio remain unchanged. If multiplication and division by same number except 0 with antecedent and consequent of the ratio is done, it has equal value as that of the ratio, or the result remain unchanged. Means what? If suppose 2 upon I say 3 is one ratio, and it is equal to 4/6. Okay. So both ratios value is same as 2:3. Now if I multiply here antecedent and consequent with the number 11, then also the value 2/3 remains unchanged. But we have to multiply at both the places. Okay. Or at the both ratio we have to multiply. Now proportion, as I discussed or already told, if more than two quantities we compare, then the relation is known as, or comparison is known as, proportion. Now if A, B, C, D are the 4 quantities. Okay. Now see, A as to B is equal to C as to D, means they are in proportion with each other. Then this B and C are called as mean of the proportion, and A and D are called as extremes. Okay. And if we can add, then value remain unchanged. The rule is known as componendo. Dividendo, if we divide, then also the ratio remain unchanged. And if we componendo and dividendo, means both operation we had done simultaneously, then also it remains unchanged. Okay. Now if three number A, B, C are in continuous proportion, they are written as A as to B is equal to B as to C. Okay. Then B square is equal to AC, and here B is the mean proportional, and third proportional here is C. Okay, so these are the some basic terminologies which we must know before we move ahead. Now the very first solved problem if we look into is 600 ml of orange juice with 2 liters of apple juice to make a fruit drink. We have to find the ratio of orange juice to apple juice. So orange juice to apple juice. Now what is the quantity of orange juice? 600 ml. Now it is in liter, so you must have to convert it into ml. So 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. So 2 liter is equal to 2000 ml. So the ratio becomes 6 upon 20. Now both the numbers can be divided with 2. So 3 by 10 is the answer. Okay. So this is the ratio, or this is the relation in between orange juice and apple juice. Now it was very simple one. Now see, this proportion is given to you, that 4x plus 3y as to 6x plus 5y is equal to 11 upon 17, and we have to find the value of x and x as to y. So this can be written as 4x plus 3y upon 6x plus 5y is equal to 11 upon 17. Now we can cross multiply. Okay. In the equivalent fraction also we had seen, if two fractions are equal to each other, numerator of one and denominator of other, and denominator of one and numerator of other, their products are same. Here also we had seen such a property. See, okay, see the property. If the equality of two ratio, the test is there. If A has to B is equal to C has to D, then AD is equal to CB. So by this equality test, or say property, we can write कि 17 multiplied by 4x plus 3y and 11 multiplied by 6x plus 5y. Now bring the same variable to one side and constant to one side, variable to one side, and arrange it, and you get the value of x as to y. Now the same way here, four quantities of same kind, the ratio is given to you, and there A has to C ratio is asked, A has to D's ratio is asked. So again you have to put the values. You can go through the solved examples and understand the concept. Now see, the number are in ratio 2 as to 3. If sum of their squares is 468, then the number we have to find. Now see, we assume that the numbers are 2x and 3x. Now sum of their squares means 2x square and 3x square. If we add them, it is equal to 468. Now by solving this equation, we can find the value for x, and that value you multiplied with this 2 to get one number, and multiplied with this 3 to get another number. Okay, the same thing they had done in the solution. A mixture contained milk and water in the ratio 5:3. 4 liters of this mixture is replaced from 20 liters by 4 liters of milk. Then the ratio of water and milk is in the new mixture is asked. Now see, one mixture is there and its volume is 20 liter. Now in this mixture, milk and water are in the proportion 5:3. Okay, means 5 portions are of milk and 5 portions are of water. Means total how many portions are there? 8 portions of the mixture. Now if in 8 portion, if 5 portion is milk, then in 20 portion how much milk is there? So 5 by 8 multiplied by 20 gives us the quantity of milk in these 20 liters. So do the operation. So 8, 4 2s are 8 and 4 5s are 20. So 25 divided by 2. So 12.5 liter is milk in the mixture. So in this mixture milk is 12.5 liter. Now if in 20 liters 12.5 is milk, then how much is the water? So water is 7.5. Now from this mixture 4 liter of mixture is removed. Okay, 4 liter of mixture is removed, not 2 liter of milk and 2 liter of water is removed. Okay, so 4 liter of mixture is removed. So we have to calculate first how much milk is removed and how much water is removed. So see, the proportion is, the milk ka proportion in the mixture is 5/8, and from 4, if in 8 parts 5 parts are milk, so in 4 parts how much milk is there? So 4 1 ja 4 and 4 2 ja 8. 5 divided by 2 gives us the answer as 2.5. So how much milk is removed? 2.5 liter. Now how much water is removed? 4 minus 2.5, that is 1.5 liter. Now see, milk is how much? 12.5. So minus 12.5 minus 2.5, 10 liter milk will be there in the mixture after removing 4 liters of the mixture. And water, how much remain? Water remains 6 liter. Okay, now 4 liters of milk is added, so milk becomes 14 liter and water remains 6 liter. Now new ratio is 14/6 means 7:3, because both the numbers can be divided with 2, and in the simplest form it can be written as 7:3. So see, here we had done so many things. Try to understand. The ratio is given and total quantity of mixture is given. So if in 8 parts 5 parts are milk, in 20 parts we taken out the volume of milk, and after volume of milk we taken out the volume of water also. Now we had removed the mixture, not water, not milk separately. So we have to calculate how much part of the milk from the mixture is removed and how much part of the water from the mixture is removed. Then we subtract from the total quantity and we add the new quantity of milk and the new ratio we get. Okay, understood? So many things we had done. Now the ratio between two quantities is 7:9. If first quantity is 511, then the other quantity is asked. Now it is very simple. 7:9 is the ratio and it is equal to 511 upon x, because x is the another quantity. Now you cross multiply because they are equal, and equality rules tell us that we can cross multiply them, then the value is same. So cross multiply and find the value of x. Now the next, mean proportion of, find the two numbers so that their mean proportion is 14 and the third proportional is 122. Now see, mean proportion is given to us, which is 14, means x y square root is 14. So xy is equal to 196. We get one equation here. Okay. Or you can say xy, instead of xy you can say AC, because B is given to you. Okay. So AC ka value we got, which is 196. Now x is equal to, x upon y is equal to, now one quantity is 122, means C is third proportional is 122. So So C's value is 122. Third proportional is what? C. So if two numbers are in proportion, then A as to B is equal to B as to C. Here they had taken X and Y instead of A and C. So, okay. So X and Y they had taken instead of A and B. So X upon Y is equal to Y upon 112, because see, the mean proportional third number is known to us, but the two numbers we didn't know. Okay. So X upon Y is equal to Y upon 122. So Y square is equal to 122x. Now put the values in the equation and find the value of X, which is 7. Now Y is 196 upon 7 means 28. So the two numbers are 7 and 28. Okay. Now now we'll move to the practice exercise. Okay. हाँ बोला ना. हाँ ते टीचरने घेतलंय ऑलरेडी. आपल्याला काही द्यायचं नाही त्यांना. हा ते घेऊन जायचंय, ते घेऊन जायचं. नाही ते टीचरने भरून घेतलं. हा. हम्म. चालेल. हो. हो. परवा संडेला. हा. हा. शारदाश्रम नाही अगं, शारदाश्रम नाही, दादर ईस्ट. मी करते तुला नंतरून कॉल. थांब, माझं लेक्चर चालू आहे. हा. Okay, now we'll move to practice exercise, because solved examples you can have a look from the way they had solved, but we will solve the main our practice exercise. Now see, we have to find the mean proportional of these two numbers. Okay, now assume these two numbers as A and this as C, and we have to find the value for B. So how to solve this? Now see, question number 1, and we have to find the mean proportional of the two numbers. So the two numbers are as 8 into A plus B, and other number is 18 into A plus B. Now we know B is equal to under root AC. Okay. Now put the values. Now B is equal to under root of A is 8 into A plus B multiplied by 18 into A plus B. Now 18 multiplied by 8 gives us answer as 144, and this A plus B and A plus B become A plus B bracket square. Now why I take all the things in the under root? Because I already got the square. So I can take the square root of it. So B is 12 into, because 144 square root is 12 and A plus B bracket square root is A plus B. So this is our answer, which is the value of mean proportional. So answer C is the correct answer here. Okay. Now answer C is the correct answer. Now we will move to next example. Now see, compounded ratio of x plus y as to x minus y, and x square plus y square as to x plus y bracket square, and x square minus y square as to x raised to 4 minus y raised to 4 we have to calculate. Now see, when we have to find the compounded ratio, we have to multiply them. So how can we write it in the equation or problem form? So see, x plus y, x minus y has to x square plus y square, x plus y bracket square has to x square minus y square and x raised to 4 minus y raised to 4. Now they are in proportion. I just write them in the proportion form. Now we can learn the property that if we multiply this numerator, or we can say antecedent and consequent, and this consequent and this antecedent, the value remain unchanged, so we can cancel them also. Okay, so this x plus y will get cancelled with this one x plus y. Okay, now what is remaining? 1 upon x minus y has to x square plus y square upon x plus y, and this x square minus y square remains same. Now see, remember the formula, as a square minus b square gives us the solution as a plus b and a minus b, both are in multiplication. So this x raised to 4 and minus y raised to 4 can be written as x square plus y square into x square minus y square. Now this x square minus y square and this x square minus y square will get cancelled. This x square plus y square and this get cancelled. So what is remaining? Now what is remaining? 1 upon x minus y and x plus y is remaining. So it becomes 1 upon x minus y and x plus y. So it gives us the answer as x square minus y square. Because compounded ratio means multiplication of all the three ratio, and we have to find the value of the final product. Okay, so this whole thing will get cancelled here, and only remaining is x square minus y square into the consequent place and 1 at the antecedent place. Okay, I hope you understood. So we'll move to the next problem. So our next problem is, because we have to find a compounded ratio, so we multiply them with each other. Okay, so your answer is 1 upon x square minus y square. So option C is the correct answer. Now moving to the next question. Now see, B is the mean proportion between A and C, and this equation is equal to what is asked. Now what is given, you must write first. Now see what is given, that B is the mean proportion, means B is equal to under root AC, means B square is equal to AC. Now put the values. Now what is given to us is a square minus b square plus c square upon a raised to minus 2 minus b raised to minus 2 plus c raised to minus 2. Now see, this a raised to minus 2 exponent we had learned, so we cannot do the operations of addition subtraction like this. We have to convert it into the power which is positive. The power should be non-negative number. So it can be written as a square minus b square plus c square upon 1 upon a square minus 1 upon b square plus 1 upon c square. Now first solve this. Okay, so this whole equation become a square minus b square plus c square as it is upon, I will show with a different color. Now a square b square c square, if we common denominator of all of them if we take, then we have to multiply here with b square c square minus a square c square plus b square a square. Now see, we know that b is the mean proportional, So B square is equal to AC. Now where there is B square, you put the value as AC. So our equation become A square minus B square plus C square upon, now where there is a B square, I will put the value as AC, and denominator can go to the multiplication. This will go to multiplication. So the equation become, if we put AC instead of B square, it is multiplied with C square. A square C square will remain the same, and this B square again become AC and into A square multiplied by A square B square C square. Now see, I can take AC common from all the three, so I will took it out. I will use another pen. A square minus B square plus C square upon AC common from all the three numbers. So here only C square is remaining. Here is, if we took out AC, then one second. AC is remaining, and plus if we took out AC, then A square is remaining here. Okay, now into multiplication, A square B square C square. Now this one A will get cancelled, this one C will get cancelled. Wait a minute. Now see, what we have to do is, we have to keep, instead of this AC, we have to keep B square, because B is the mean proportional of A and C. So we can write it as A square minus B square plus C square upon, instead of this AC I am taking B square, so A square I will bring first, then minus B square instead of this AC plus C square. So this numerator and this denominator will get cancelled. Into multiplication में what is remaining, A, C and into B square. Now this AC which is in multiplication with B square also replaced by B square, because B square is equal to AC, because B is mean proportional. So the final answer is B raised to 4. So what is your final answer? It is B raised to 4. Okay, again I will show you what I had done. Now see, first I had written the equation and I write down the condition that B is mean proportional, so B is equal to under root AC or B square is equal to AC. Now this number I convert it into positive exponent form. Now cross multiplication is done to make the denominator common. Now where there is B square, I replace it with AC, and here I replaced, then I took AC common, then instead of AC I write B square, and the numerator and denominator will get cancelled, and what is remaining is AC multiplied by B square. Again this AC is substituted by B square, so the final answer is B raised to 4. Okay, now the next one, monthly income of X and Y are in the ratio 4x 4:5. Monthly expenditure are in the ratio 7:9. If both save $100 per month, the monthly expenditure of X will be asked. Now see, first write down what is given to us. Now question number 4. Now monthly income of these two persons in the ratio 4:5. Now if I assume the variable as k, so X person's income is 4k and Y person income is 5k. Okay, and their expenditure are in the ratio 7:9. So X expenditure is 7e and Y person's expenditure is 9e. Now see, income minus expenditure gives us the saving. So saving of X is 4k minus 7e is equal to 100, and saving of Y is 5k minus 9e is equal to 100, because both save $100. Now linear equation we had learned, and we have to cancel one variable, so we have to make the one of the variable का constant common. Okay, so I want income, I don't want expenditure, so I will keep the k and I will delete e. Okay, so to delete e I must have to multiply with some number here. Okay, now what I will do, I multiply the equation 1 and 2 with 4. Okay, I will multiply this equation 1 with 5 and this one equation 2 with 4 to make their variable common. Okay, now to make the variable common, because they had asked us expenditure, not a income. Okay, so expenditure they had asked, sorry. So we have to keep the e and we have to delete the k. So 5k and 4k, the common of both the number is 20, which is called as LCM. Okay, so to become this 4k 20, we have to multiply here with 5, and to become this 5k as 420, we have to multiply here with 4. So multiply and new equation are formed. So 20k minus 35e is equal to 500, and another equation is 20k minus 36e is equal to 400. Now subtract this equation number 4 from 3. So this will get cancelled. This minus of minus become plus. So this is 1e is equal to 100. Now what is the expenditure of X? 7e. So total we got the value of e as 100. So 7 into 100 means $700 is the expenditure of the person X. Okay, so in this way you have to solve the problems. Now we have to find a number which is to be subtracted from each number so that the remainder are in the proportion. Now see, we assume that number as X. If so, if the number is X, subtract it from all the number, and condition is given that the numbers are in proportion, so I had written them in proportion. Now by using the property of if proportion, if A has to B is equal to C has to D, then AD is equal to BC. Using this property we can find the value for X. So this is your homework. Now there are two boxes, A and B, and in these two boxes the number of balls are in the ratio 3:4. If 11 balls are taken out from box B and drop in the box A, then the number of balls in both boxes become equal. So total number of balls are asked. Now see, if we assume that in box A there are 3x ball and in box B there are 4x ball. Now from box B 11 balls are taken out and added to box A. Now what is the condition? That in both the boxes ball become equal. Now solve this linear equation and you get the value of x, and after getting the value of x, calculate how many balls are there in box A, multiplying that value with 3. Calculate how many balls are there in box B and add them, or directly multiply x with 7. Whatever value you get the total number of balls. Now A and B started a business, investing $85,000 and $15,000 respectively. Find the ratio of profit or loss divided in between them after 15 years. Okay, so you have to just calculate the ratio of the amount invested by them and you can get your answer as 17:3, because 85,000 has to 15,000. How? Solve the ratio or make it in the simplest form, convert it into the simplest form, and you got the answer. Now in a container water or milk are in the ratio 5:3. If 16 liters of mixture are removed and same quantity of milk is added, then the ratio become 3:5. What is the volume of container? Okay, now as we had seen the solved example in the last sum, or in the solved examples we had seen the same kind of question, but there the volume of container is given to you, which is 20 liter. Here volume of container is not given to us. Okay, so first what we have to do is 16 liters of mixture is removed. Now see, if 16 liters of mixture is removed, we have to first calculate how much milk is removed and how much water is removed. And how we going to calculate it? So see, they are in the ratio 5:3, means if 8 parts are there, 5 parts are of water, 5 parts are of milk. Now if in 8 parts 5 parts are water, so in 16 parts how much water is there we have to calculate. So it is 10 liter. Now in 16 parts how much milk is there? So 3/8 into 16, you get the value of milk, which is 6 liter. Okay, or you can subtract it from 16 liters, so you get the value of or volume of milk in the mixture and volume of water in the mixture. Okay, now suppose previously in that mixture 5x amount of water is there and 3x amount of milk is there. So how much you removed? 10 liter of water is removed and 6 liter of milk is removed. So we can write it as, now see what we got. We removed 10 liters of water and 6 liter of milk, and previously we have 5x liter of water and 3x liter of milk. So 5x minus 10 and 3x minus 6, and the ratio of this is given to us, but one condition is there: 16 liters of milk is added in the new mixture, and then the ratio is given. So solve this equation. So 5x minus 10 multiplied by this 5 is equal to 3 multiplied by 3x minus 6 plus 16 become 3x plus 10. Now this is the linear equation which we have to solve to get the value of x, and after getting the value of x, 5x is the amount of water, so multiply the value of x with 5 to get the water ka value, and multiply the x to get with 3 to get the milk ka volume, and then add them, or simply multiply this x with 8 to get the value of volume of the mixture or volume of the container. Okay, now the last one. No, second last. The ratio of ages of Mary and Maria is 4:5. After 12 years, their ratio becomes 5:6. What will be the age of Mary after 2 years? Now it is very simple. Two persons are there. Their age ratio is given to us. Their age ratio is 4:5. Two persons, X and Y, whatever their name, Mary and Maria, their age ratio is 4:5. Okay, 4:5. After 12 years means, suppose their age is 4x and 5x. After 12 years means 4x plus 12 and 5x plus 12. The new ratio is 5:6. Okay, now cross multiply. 6 multiplied by 4x plus 12 and 5 multiplied by 5x plus 12. Now 6 4s are 24x plus 72 is equal to 25x plus 60. So bring the variable on one side and constant on other side. So this becomes 25x minus 24x gives us the value as 1x, and 72 minus 60 is 12. Now it is only the value of x. So their age is 48 and 60. Okay. So Mary's age is 48 and Maria's age is 60. Now after 2 years, Mary's age become 50. Okay. So this is as simple as, for every 14 people that Peter buy 4 turn out to be, every 14 apple the Peter buy 4 turn out to be rotten. At this rate, how many rotten apple will Peter have if he buy 105 apple? Now see, if he buy 14 apples, 4 are rotten. Now in 105 apples, how many are rotten? Cross multiply, assume this as a x and solve it to get your answer. Okay, so this is all about the ratio and proportion. I hope you understood the topic, and the next topic we will take in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Subscribe to the channel.